So we're looking at fixing the defroster on my 2016 Ford Fusion. At about 28,000 miles, the defroster stopped working. I couldn't get any air out of the defrost, plenty of air out of the floor, plenty of air out of the vents. Went to the dealer, asked some questions. They kept trying to tell me it was the blend actuator, blend mode. Blend mode actuator means your hot and your cold air. I have plenty of hot air, plenty of cold air. Actually, what it is it is called the HVAC Mode actuator or vent actuator. That's what controls the air going out of your defrost, out of your vents, out of the floor. It was stuck on vents, stuck on floor, nothing out of the defroster. So if you're having the problem where your air is not coming out of one of those three, maybe it's just stuck on one, no matter how much you change the controls, then it would be your mode actuator. Remember, there's a mode actuator and a blend actuator. Blend actuator is just for hot, cold air. So what we're going to do, we're going to change this mode actuator. So the first thing I did was I moved the car seat all the way back. And then I moved it all the way up because I'm a short guy. So I need it up so I can see what I'm doing. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lower the steering wheel. Put your steering wheel down as far as you can get the steering wheel. Make sure you lock it in place. You got a lever underneath it. Change the steering wheel. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove the instrument panel, all this chrome around it. Remove this little cover here, take it down for the lights. And the mode actuator is right behind our control, our instrument panel. So we're going to get started. Hopefully this goes good for us. Okay, so hopefully you can see everything I'm doing here. We have our steering wheel all the way down. Make sure it's all the way down. You're going to need that room to get your instrument panel out. You're going to need to drop this panel out of your way. Just pop the tabs off. Once you get that down, just let it hang. Take the one that controls your headlights. Same thing with it. Take it out. Just let it hang down. The reason you need to take that off is because there's a bolt here. There's a bolt directly opposite on the other side. You're going to want to take them bolts out. Take them bolts out. You're going to need you a 7mm socket. By the way, the dealer told me he wanted $140 an hour to troubleshoot this after I told him already what was wrong. And then he said he thought it'd take about 8 hours to fix it. So he told me about $1,000 or more. Part cost me $40. So I watched some YouTube videos. A lot of good YouTube video. I'll let you know what that guy's name was so you can check out his channel. If I wouldn't have watched his channel, I probably wouldn't be trying to do this myself. So I'd just like to say thanks to him giving me a little bit of confidence. Got those two bolts out. We're going to need to take this center piece out right here. This is what we're looking at. We're going to need to get this instrument panel out. We dropped the headlight down. It was just clipped in by these clips you can see. Let's pop that out with your screwdriver. And you had a bolt here, another bolt on the other side, and we're also going to need to take this centerpiece out. The centerpiece, just pop up on it. Don't be afraid, not going to break it. Everything's clipped in. To get that the rest of the way out, take your little screwdriver. And you'll see right here underneath your turn signal. You want to pop this down so this goes up. Same with the other side. Just kind of want to pop it up, put a screwdriver in there. That's how easy that was. Pop it up. We're going to take this whole piece right out of our way. See how easy that is? Came right out. Now you got all that exposed to you. So we also need to remove this trim cover right here. Got those bolts out. So what we're going to do is pull this out. Be easy with it, it'll come out. Get a little nervous, use your screwdriver. Pop it out. Once you get it popped out, pull it out of your way. Getting us a little pile of parts there. Got that out of your way. Now you can see the bolts at the top to hold in your instrument panel. 4 bolts. We're going to take those 4 bolts out. Make it much easier for you if you went ahead, got a screwdriver, and just put your socket on the end of the screwdriver. So that's what we did. Put that on there and make things a lot quicker for you. Loosen them all up. And they're not in there very tight. Get your 2 on top. Okay, once we got our 4 bolts out, we're going to work on getting this instrument panel out. Hopefully you can see what we got going on here. 4 bolts, it'll come right out at you. You got to remember it's plugged in the back by an electrical connector. Don't pull on the wires, pull by the connector. Work it out of there, and there we go. It's held in by a wire connector in the back that plugs into here. Real easy to disconnect. One more thing we're going to need to take off is this bottom shroud on your steering wheel. Take this shroud off, as you can see on the bottom of it. You take this round cover off right here. There's a screw in there. Take it out. It's the same size screw as the rest of them. So let's get that off. Okay, once you get that screw off, pull out on the sides, pull it around, pull it over your ignition switch. Get it over your handle for your steering wheel, another part off. Make sure you also got a flashlight. We are looking at right back. If you can see back in behind there, we're looking right where that light is shining. That's your mode actuator right there, it is. To get that out, hopefully you're not a big guy with big hands and big arms. It's going to be very hard to get your hands in there. I'm not a big guy, so I can get my hands in there. It's held in by 2 bolts, and it's on 1 stud. To take that out, you're going to need one of these. Phillips head screwdriver. This little tool right here will fit right in there. Anything bigger than that, I couldn't get it to fit. So I'll reach in there. I'll take out the 2 screws. It'll slide off of the stud. Then it's still held on by an electrical connector. Disconnect the connector and we should be able to pull that part out. So wish me luck. We're going to have to reach our hands up through there, through this opening. Reach our hands through there. There's no way you're going to get your hand in the top. You're going to have to get it out through the bottom. So let's see what we can do. You're going to have to feel around while you're in there. I feel the actuator. So we're going to get 1 screw out. Just kind of got to feel around in the dark in there. Get your screwdriver on there. A lot of sharp edges digging into your skin. Got the other screw out. So maybe we can see it through here. See through there is what I'm looking at. Your actuator. Got the 2 screws out. Now we're going to need to disconnect the electrical. Maybe we can get a good picture of it under here. That's her right there. That's what you want. I'm trying to just keep the light shined on it. I don't have enough hands here. We'll turn the key and you'll see that knob move. That knob is opening, closing defrosters, different vents on your car. You see it moving. Okay, you turn the car off. And sometimes it'll reset. We'll turn it back on. And you see it move. It was stuck in a position that wouldn't allow it to move. See, she wants to work. So here's the actuator. Not going to lie to you, getting that actuator unhooked from that wire plug was the hardest part of this job so far. There's your knob on the back that turns. That knob opens, closes, defrost the body vents and the floor vents. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the new one in, and hopefully I can get that wire plug on it easier than it came off. We'll keep you posted. If you can hear that defroster, beautiful. Switch it to vent. Vents, beautiful. It's very good. Now all we got to do is get it all put back together. First thing we'll put back in will be our instrument panel. Slide it back here behind the steering wheel. Plug her in, 4 bolts. Alright, we got the instrument panel in. Let's go ahead and put this cover that goes on the bottom of the steering wheel on next. We'll put that on. Okay, as you see, we have that cover on. Let's go ahead and we'll put on this rubber boot steering wheel cover. Let's put this on next. next thing we'll put in place will be this trim piece. Get it in, and you'll remember it has a couple bolts that go in it, so it'll have to line up in there. Put that in. Remember, it also pops into place in there. Your bolts will line up here on the bottom. Bolt holes on this side. Get that lined up. Put your bolts on each side. Once that's in, snap your middle protector in place.
Hey, Dad.
We got all of them in. The last piece we're going to get back on is the headlight cover. Remember, they'll snap into place.
Yeah, I do.
Snap them right in there. Push it in.
Okay. I don't think
And we got two bolts down here, remember?
Yeah, I got two.
We'll take those, put those in.
Take those.
Okay, the last thing we got to do after that's on is pop up this cover. Remember, it also snaps into place. Wiggle something around, there you go. Everything's in. Put your steering wheel back the way you want it. Put your seat back the way you want it. And
What did you just say?
we're gonna fire up the car. We'll start it up. And we'll check one more time to make sure everything's working. You can hear the vents come on. Perfect. Frosters. Vents. Whoa, hear them vents? Oh yeah, she's working. Alrighty. There we go. Job well done. Took me about an hour and a half to do it in my driveway. Alright, so if you're attempting to do this yourself, I'd say it's not too difficult. You should be able to do it. Very few tools. Just have some patience. Watch some videos. Lots of videos on YouTube. I'd like to say shout out to Burn1327. I learned a lot from his video. Probably wouldn't have tried this if I wouldn't have seen his video. So again, Burn1327. Thanks for your help. I also like to say when you're putting the new actuator in, remember the splines on that knob have to line up in the correct position when you try to seat it. When you push it in, it's not going to go if they're not lined up. And you can also find out how to line them up when you watch Burn1327. Read his comments. I'll tell you how to do that. So it wasn't too bad doing it. Save yourself a lot of money. Just need a little bit of time and patience. Hope it works good for you. Thanks for watching. Check out our family channel if you have children. It's called Double KK Kids. Good stuff for the kids. Alright, thanks for watching. Hope it goes good for you.